Civilian dependent wife demands salute because of her husband's rank. TLDR. Civilian dependent wife demanded to be saluted because her husband was an officer, used her clout to get enlisted to salute vehicle sticker. Enlisted followed orders and saluted vehicle stickers, prioritized them over officers, and even empty vehicles in parking lots. There are a handful of rules to saluting in the American military. The when, why, and how is drilled into you from boot camp until the day you leave. Even the order in which the salutes are rendered have meaning. When it comes to vehicles, there are helpful insignia and stickers to indicate if it's an officer, such as a colored sticker located on the front windshield. My base was small enough where it was everyone's job at some point to do sentry duty at the front gate, which had housing for military families. Sentry duty was pretty basic. You'd stop every vehicle, check IDs and then wave them through. If they were an officer, you'd see it coming with those colored stickers, and after verifying the identity of the officer, you'd salute and send them on their way. One day while on duty, I approached a vehicle with an officer's sticker and there was only the officer's wife driving in the vehicle. I returned her ID, wished her a nice day and waved her through. Pausing with a stern look, "Where's my salute, petty officer citizen Alpha?" Now Karen here was wife to a higher ranking officer and has fallen under the impression people are saluting her somewhere along the way. Some of the junior enlisted might have even been saluting her, as they're pretty easy to bully and more prone duck-ups. I politely replied, "Ma'am, salutes are only rendered to commissioned officers," angrily pointing her chubby little fingers at the front of her windshield towards her husband's officer sticker. "I have a sticker and you need to salute the sticker." Curtly I continued, "I'm afraid that sticker is not an officer either." Frustrated, she pulled through and left my post. My cover guy, the guy keeping me safe with a big gun, and I watched her drive down the street and pull right into the administrative building with the top brass and huffed into the building as quickly as her soft shitty body would take. We exchange a look between us with wry smiles, knowing exactly where this is probably going. Later that day we get a new official base-wide mandate. From here forward all enlisted will salute vehicle stickers of officers regardless of who's in the vehicle. Roger that. This is where the malicious compliance comes in. It's worth noting that when you salute an officer as enlisted, you do it first, and you hold that salute until you are saluted in return and they lower theirs. Only then do you lower your salute. It signals that you're saluting them, and they're replying. Additionally, when saluting a group of officers, you generally direct your salute and greeting to the highest ranking individual. Now, as far as I know, this stupid sticker salute order has no accommodation for how a 2004 Toyota Camry fits into the officer's pecking order. Additionally, if the car is unoccupied, it's not like that sticker is removed. After that order came through, we all began saluting stickers. Personally, I'd direct my salute to the sticker. I would also prioritize sticker salutes over officers. Let me tell you, walking through parking lots was a blast as I saluted empty cars on my way to wherever. More and more people saw me doing it, and more people started doing it. Not long after the order was publicly rescinded, which hilariously had the balancing effect of never rendering a salute to anyone but a clearly known officer, cementing Karen never getting her unearned salute. Now to the comments. I'm picturing a group of officers meeting on an otherwise routine morning. Why is nothing getting done? Where are the enlisted? They eventually find all of the enlisted on base saluting a sticker on a 2004 Camry. Some have been there for hours. Why? Because the sticker has yet to salute back or dismiss them. I was really hoping this was how the story would end. Salute the sticker, not the officer's wife, and wait for the sticker to salute back. And let's not forget, not raising the gate until salute is completed and release. Q Depender getting crazy because she's not allowed to proceed, followed immediately thereafter by every car behind her, which, of course, would not end until a living, breathing officer arrives, preferably one superior in rank to the one represented by the sticker. Which leads to a question of etiquette. Did she ever salute back, or did she just smirk at her own superiority and roll on? I'm afraid that sticker is not an officer either. Hysterical. Actual laugh out loud. Yeah, that shit had me going. All the stories my buddy has told me about the military have me wondering, how the duck does everyone keep a straight face? This is hilarious. You need to send this to the suggestion box to the guys at Camp Pendleton. It was a big issue there when we were stationed there a while back. I can only imagine the delight of sitting in line behind one of these cars, or seeing it in a lot. OP replied, "Did you guys get a sticker order too?" I don't recall an order, but I delivered many salutes directly, and only, to the sticker, "Good morning, blue sticker." You do it first, and you hold that salute until you are saluted in return and they'll lower theirs. Only then do you lower your salute. How did you ever stop saluting the first vehicle? OP replied, "My commitment to malicious compliance stops just before it is personally inconvenient for me, but long after it is awkward and embarrassing for others." Smile. You got to embrace the suck better, or you'll never get your sham shield. My whole enlistment was personally inconvenient for me. What's one more minor irritation? What are they gonna do, send me to Fort Hood, former 540H/303 RT? Brilliant. Would also fit well on our/just depender things. OP replied, "I have been searching for something like this. Thanks." Velp. Where did the last tower go? I'd have given her the freeway salute, but you'd probably have been reprimanded for that. OP replied, "My weapon of choice was the random vehicle search. My allies in this were the rain and cold. I need you to step out of the vehicle and stand over there, please." Can I stand in the post inside? It's raining pretty hard. No, you may not. Now exit your vehicle. Can confirm. Or, solid pouring rain motions to roll down window. Sorry, petty officer, couldn't see your ID through the glass. So, where are you headed tonight? Had anything to drink? I imagined you blocking the front of the car, saluting the sticker and waiting respectfully for the sticker to reply. OP replied, "I feel like I'd get run over trying something like that. I just made it a point to clearly salute the sticker, which sounds weird, but if you're in the driver's seat and I'm standing out your window like a cop checking your ID, I can pivot to angle myself at your dashboard instead of you and salute." The image that processed in my mind was so satisfying. I grew up military and saw about 1,000 of those types growing up. She wouldn't have liked any salute I would have given her. I've seen them try to cut the line at the commissary based on their rank, trying to enter restricted areas they had no business being in, try to get out of basic requirement, like showing ID, standing at attention during taps, or wearing seatbelts on base. And a few even barked orders at me or my mom. That was the line they shouldn't have crossed. My mom was in uniform, SFC USA, and took zero shits from anybody not in uniform, and even then, they had to have more rank on their shoulder than her. I have a "you are too stupid to live" look and never realized until now that I learned it from my mom. And you are right. Too many didn't know their place in the universe and who would or wouldn't jump when they commanded. Now which I don't work for you and neither do either of my parents. Mom would ask them for the name of their sponsor, military member/spouse, their CO, etc., and regardless of the name she would say, "Oh yeah, I know him. I'll tell him about this at the stand-up, Monday morning." He really hates dependents who try to give orders to the troops. The thought, or actual reporting, of the military member being reported to their CO because of spouse stupidity usually could put them in their place. This was in the 70s and early 80s, so many folks still weren't used to women in uniform, especially the Germans. Mom was Army and Dad was Air Force, with 5 kids and usually managing to be stationed together or very nearby. OP replied, "That's good to hear, glad your mom had a way of dealing with it." Unfortunately, depending on the command, that's not always the case. Generally, the command was not on your side in these matters. Most of the time it felt like senior staff would rather upset the rank and file than their spouses simply because that's where they had the authority. They may turn a blind eye until she barks orders at the wrong wife.